Hey co-stars, my name is British Ben. You know, the Ben who does all our Star Trek videos, and today we are going to be looking at the
weapons of mass destruction
in Star Trek. They may not feature as iconically in the story as this, but the Trek universe does have some pretty potent weapons, although Starfleet doesn't build warships, right? So many of these are presented as devices that create life rather than destroy them, like our first one. Number 1, the Genesis device. Here's a propaganda video on the Genesis device produced by its creator, Carol Marcus, in order to sell it to Starfleet.
The device is delivered, instantaneously causing what we call the Genesis effect. Matter is reorganized with life-generating results. Instead of a dead moon, a living, breathing planet capable of sustaining whatever life forms we see fit to deposit on it.
It supposedly reorganizes matter on a planetary scale, creating life. Only problem is, if any life exists on the planet before it's deployed, it'll be completely destroyed. It even looks like an explosion spreading across the planet in the video. But Starfleet, being the hippies that they are, don't really think too much about that aspect of it until Khan Noonien Singh steals the device in Star Trek II and ends up detonating it aboard his stricken ship the Reliant, almost destroying the Enterprise and creating the Genesis planet. In the next movie, The Search for Spock, the Klingons see the potential of the device and try to acquire it for themselves, forcing Kirk to abandon the Enterprise and self-destruct in the process. Ultimately, the Genesis device was a failure for its original purpose due to the use of proto-matter in its matrix. The life created by the device becomes unstable. The planet suffers from wildfires, winds, volcanoes, basically an Armageddon-type situation. So they succeeded in creating a superweapon, but not a terraforming device. Number 2, Thalaron radiation. Thalaron radiation was used by the leader of the Romulan Empire, Shinzon, to disintegrate people, long before Thanos made disintegrating people cool. Well, technically after Thanos, since it was set in the future, but whatever. Look, this is the weapon being used to assassinate the Romulan Senate, which is how Shinzon, Picard's evil clone, became the leader of the Romulan Empire. Shinzon also built the technology into his heavily armored ship, the Scimitar. It was apparently able to strip all life from a planet within a matter of seconds, but it took 7 minutes to warm up, and it was this 7 minutes that proved the weakness of the weapon. In the movie Star Trek Nemesis, after a lengthy battle, the Enterprise crew were able to board the Scimitar and disable the weapon, but it cost Lieutenant Commander Data his life. Number 3. Series 5 Long-Range Tactical Armor Unit. This is a weapon that appeared in the Star Trek Voyager episode Warhead. Here are some clips from the original trailer of that episode.
The ultimate smart bomb.
Oh, back off, this thing could be dangerous.
Is about to get smarter.
I'm to consider anyone who tries to stop me an enemy.
It's taken possession of the Doctor.
I think the trailers were more exciting than the actual episodes. Anyway, the device contained a matter-antimatter warhead that had a blast radius of 200 kilometers. A power unit that could power a fleet of starships. It was warp capable with a range of 80 light years and couldn't be disarmed or diverted once it was within 2 light years of its target. What's more, it had an onboard Class 11 artificial intelligence that in the episode hacks into Voyager's computers, takes control of the Doctor, wreaks havoc.
The device is going to detonate. Beam it off the ship.
We've lost the transporter lock.
Talk to it, Doctor.
Please, you're going to destroy yourself and us.
Its only weakness is that an EM pulse knocks it offline.
Initiating the pulse.
6, 5.
Now!
But in the end, the artificial intelligence turns out to be a reasonable guy and works with Harry Kim to destroy a load of other warheads that are within 2 light years of their target, so can't be disarmed, but had been called back by their command. If only all artificial intelligences were this reasonable. Number 4. Trilithium resin. This was a byproduct of Starfleet warp cores and could be used to create highly dangerous weapons. In Star Trek Generations, Dr. Soren uses trilithium to create a weapon that can shut down all fusion within a star, causing a quantum implosion and thus creating a level 12 shockwave that will destroy everything within the solar system of that star. The loss of the star and all its planets also affects the gravitational forces within the entire sector. Trilithium was also used by Benjamin Sisko to make a planet uninhabitable to humans for a period of 50 years, and in the Next Generation Starship mine, terrorists steal Trilithium from the Enterprise's main engineering. Number 5. Red matter. Now, I know this is from the JJ universe or the Kelvin timeline or whatever, so it shouldn't be canon, right? But actually, no, the first use of red matter in 2387 by Spock is what creates the alternate timeline in the first place. So actually, the first use should be in the prime timeline or canon or whatever. Red matter is a substance that can create a black hole once ignited. You only need a tiny drop of the substance to destroy a planet or star. Spock used it to control a supernova that threatened the galaxy, but failed to save Romulus. Nero, a Romulan miner, felt Spock was responsible for the deaths of his family and attacked Spock's ship. Both ships were pulled into the black hole created by the red matter and transported to the past. Nero stole the red matter from Spock's ship and used it to get his revenge by destroying Spock's home planet of Vulcan. This involved first using a drill deployed from orbit to make a hole in the planet's core and then dropping the red matter down into the core where it ignites, creating a black hole, destroying the planet. When Nero tried to use the weapon against Earth, Spock and Kirk were able to use the red matter against Nero, destroying his ship. Well guys, that is our rundown of 5 different weapons of mass destruction from the Star Trek universe. Which one is your favorite? Please comment below and let us know if there are any we missed. Maybe we'll do a part 2. As always, please subscribe if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.